I was like a very hard-line, scientific materialist, atheist type person who just was drawn to that particular way of being and feeling like, oh, I've got it figured out. And then mushrooms come in and kind of blow the door off the hinges and let me know, oh, I actually have no idea what's going on. And then DMT basically like brought that entire house down. And oh, there is no house, and actually I have no idea what's going on. So it's been this humbling experience that has helped me actually find my way back home to myself. And that ended up leading me to Portland Psychedelic Society to get to understand, oh, there's an entire community out here around this. And that was eye-opening for me because I had been a bit islanded in my own psychedelic self-work. And so then I got plugged in and started going to events with PPS. The following year, in 2019, I asked the leadership at the time if I could start running a men's support group. So I've been doing that for the past 5 years, every month, leading the men's group. And so I've been quite involved in the community for some time. And then about a year and a half ago, there was some turnover happening on the board. And so some of the board members approached me, being a longstanding member of this community, and asked if I wanted to step into the role of president. And so here I am. And then we got this wild idea to do another conference type event, because that was what brought me in. And I know these larger events introduce what we're doing to the larger community. So here we are with the 2024 symposium, and it feels like a homecoming for me in a way, and it also feels like this call out to the community that, hey, we're out here and the psychedelic landscape has shifted a lot, and we want to bring the brand of education and community building out to the world that PPS has been doing for 10 years now. So it feels really good to be here. My central message ultimately comes down to trust yourself, that your heart knows what you need. A big thing for me is sovereignty, so people being able to choose and decide what they do with their consciousness, with their time, with their material body, and so on and so forth, and not having any other forces intruding upon them. So the psychedelic movement really carries this core of sovereignty in it, where it recognizes the ridiculousness of a government structure or any kind of structure to come in and say, you are not allowed to experience this experience that humanity has been working with for millennia, because for whatever reason, with the psychedelics specifically, it's really embracing the reality of coming together and seeing one another as brothers and sisters in a human family, rather than in the ways that we tend to project things onto other people and see people as avatars of certain structures or ills with the world, when really we're all figuring it out together. And can the psychedelics serve as this rallying element for humanity to come together and reawaken and reimagine what it could be like if we all aim ourselves in the same direction of human flourishing, rather than going against each other with our hands at each other's throats. And I'm incredibly grateful for the way that it has transformed me and allowed me to come into a deeper relationship with myself. And I see that happening with many, many people, because it puts us back in touch with our core, which understands that love is the most important thing. And I stopped caring that sounds trite or ridiculous to say, because it's just absolutely true.